And then over here, you have to draw a little bit of here.
Okay. So we have been working on the human figure so you can apply it to other things. I'm making you draw it in proportion so you can draw the human figure doing anything you want. Not only can you draw the human figure doing anything you want, you can sculpt the human figure now. So I'm going to give you approximately 10 feet of wire to construct a human figure. All right, so thank you. If you were to guess, what would I start with if I'm sculpting the human figure?
The gesture.
Or another leg.
The gesture? How do we decide how big it's going to be? What do we use for measurement? The head. Okay? So it makes sense for me to start with the head. Now I'm going to show you the way that I do it, and then I'm going to show you another way. Okay? So I'm going to start with the head, and I'm going to twist the wire. Whenever we want to gain strength with wire, we twist it, right? So I'm going to twist it so I get the head. Okay, and in the gesture drawings we did, the next thing I did was to draw the spine, okay? So I'm going to go ahead, and this line of wire represents the spine. Okay, good. We got a good picture here. Okay. So then the next thing I do, and I'm twisting. Twisting is strength, okay? The next thing I do is I come through and I make the shoulders, okay? So remember, every time you twist, you create strength. Okay. And then, so I go through and I make both these shoulders approximately, as close as I can to the same length, okay? All right, so then to get even more strength, I'm going to go ahead, and do you notice that I can move these shoulders too? So we can move them and we can model your figure to do what you want. I'm going to come down here, and I want you guys to go slower and twist more. I'm going kind of fast because I don't want you to sit here forever. Okay, so then I have a head and shoulders, okay? So now I go for the hips. So I'm going to go through, and you guys aren't used to this, so when you use wire at first, it's probably going to hurt your hands a little bit to twist wire. And it's going to make your hands dirty, and that's why I have sinks. Okay, if I make the hips smaller, what kind of a figure am I making?
Male.
A male. Okay, so I'm using a continuous line on the wire. So the next thing I'm going to do is make legs. Now I'm going to show you a little trick right here. I have this wire for the hip. I can bend this wire over, and I can hold the wire in with it, okay? So now I know that the legs are the same length as from where they start to the head as they are from the feet. So I have nothing to guess about, because all I have to do is kick this leg up, put a foot right there, and measure it like that, okay? And then I know how long the leg needs to be. So I teach you all these measurements to use them, okay? Now I can just go ahead and twist, and I can leave a foot right there, yeah? Now I can come back through and go over my hip area, and you guys twist really carefully. You have plenty of wire to twist carefully. Like I said, I'm going a little fast. So now I'm going to twist this wire over to hold that hip. Okay? You just... What? Oh, it's really hot. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to come back down and make the other leg. And I can measure it. Always measure. Never guess, because you don't know. So I'm going to twist this. Now, before I start twisting this wire, I want to make sure they're even, okay? All right? So now I'm just going to go ahead and twist this. this leg. And like I said, when you guys twist more than I am. I'm neglecting some of my twisting. Okay. All right, so then we can come back through. One leg is longer than the other because I need to pop that foot up. Okay, now we're gonna come back through again. I'm gonna come up the spine. And I'm gonna come back out. I'm making a tall, skinny figure. I should have, when you look at mine, I could have made the hip and the shoulders a little bit wider, okay? So now I'm gonna come through, and I know the arm hits halfway between the knee and the hip, right? So now I know how long to make that arm. So now I twist. Twist, 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 twist. And remember, when you twist, it makes the wire shorter too. So if you go a little longer, that's okay. And then I'll come back through. Come over here. And I had just the right amount of wire. That was lucky, right? Okay, now I'm gonna take the pliers, and to make a connection, you fold it over the wire and crimp it. Okay, and now I'm gonna twist, twist, twist. And then I can represent the hands a little bit. And then you're gonna have a human figure. You have the skeleton in correct proportion. I like to call this like the skeleton, okay? All right, and then once you get your human figure in proportion, you can, we're gonna position it. You can get it in any position you want. This is the thing. This is why I taught you how to draw it like this. Because once you draw it, once you sculpt it, then you can do whatever you want with it. You can make the human figure, if once you know proportion, you can do whatever you want, okay? And so once you get the skeleton, then we're gonna affix your figure, your gesture drawing, and then we're gonna take wire and wrap it around it. But I think it just looks kind of cool like this. But there's more we're gonna do to it. But you're basically drawing, you're using the element of line, you're drawing with wire. You're taking what you know about the human figure and applying it to 3D, okay? Do you guys have questions? Easy enough? Yeah? Okay, cool, so get your list done. And then once you have your list done, come to me and I'll give you the wire, okay? All right, have at it.